Ladies and gentlemen, the ninth match of the World Chess Championship 2023 was just concluded, and a lot of experts are saying that this was a brilliant match that ended in a tie or a draw, as they say. But listen, I'm a 900 rated player on chess.com in 10-minute games, and I've spotted some major blunders and mistakes made by these players, plus some sort of rather ridiculous behavior. And I want to go through this with you. Now, this match was between Ian Nepomniachtchi, and there's a problem here first off because he has 13 letters in his last name and too many vowels here at the end. 6 vowels in a row, 6 consonants in a row, which is just not appropriate. His opponent was Ding Liren, or Ding Loren actually, and the reason they call him Ding is because he is known for when he makes a good move in a chess match, he has a bell on his table, on the board, or on the table, and he hits ding when he makes a good move to unnerve his opponent. So that's why they call him Ding Loren. And these players are allegedly rated around 2,800, high 2,700s in chess, but they really played more like 280s in this match. And I'm going to show you some of the blunderfest and shenanigans that went on in this match. So enjoy that. Now, to start off with, as you know, players are allowed to bring their own boards to the game to start off with in the World Chess Championship. And Ian, or Nepo as I'll call him, he brought this board to the table with sort of pixelated pieces in a pink and white scheme, and Ding used one of his vetoes and was like, no, that board's not acceptable. That's ridiculous. So then it is Ding's option. Now, by the way, Nepo is the white pieces down here, even though his name is listed first on this chess.com website. They make mistakes like that sometimes. Ding is the black pieces. So then on Ding's chance to make the bring out a board, he pulled this surprise out. And what this was a play on the fact that Nepo is actually colorblind and sort of pattern blind. So he was like, wait a minute, I can't tell what's a square, what color's what square, what color's what pieces. So he vetoed that. Nepo used his third chance and brought out this board. And Ding was like, no, you got pieces with eyes on them and a checkerboard. You want to play kiddie games. No, we're not going to do that. So finally they decided just to go to a classic board that the administrator of the chess club brought out that he happened to have in his car. Okay, so the match began. They're just doing some normal stuff here. Now, this is the first sign of Nepo's unoriginality because Ding castled and then Nepo just copied him. We call that copycat maneuvers in chess. And it's a sign of passivity and weakness. Okay, moving on. I'm going to try to show you the key moves and the huge mistakes the players made. Okay, so right there, when they have that blue exclamation point, that means danger, you made a bad move. So he's already made a bad move. Now here again, Nepo showing sign of passivity. He withdraws his pawn to the back row. Always move forward and attack. Rule number, 4 in chess. Do that. And notice that Ding has not developed any of his pieces here. That's just one of the things you learn in chess is develop these pieces out into the middle and get them in the action. Or on the sides is actually better in a lot of cases. And they're like, that was a great move because it's purple and it's got 2 symbols on it. He moved the 2 horses next to each other. Bad move with the queen. Withdrawing the bishop, more passivity and fear emanating from Nepo. Bad queen move. Great rook move. Bad horse move. I'm going to get to where the first major blunder is. Okay, so here's the first one. He's attacking his pawn. That pawn is not protected. But Nepo missed this, and he moved his queen. Ding took a free pawn. Now, Nepo further exacerbated his mistake, or maybe he was shook, because he then hung his bishop. Pawn takes bishop, and he's down a full piece and a pawn. Pretty much game over. You know I would put away this match easily if this was the case. But Ding missed this. He brought out the horse. He didn't see the obvious blunder. Now Nepo further exacerbates this by making, they're saying it's a brilliant move, but sometimes the computer's wrong. He brought the horse in and hung two pieces at once. And the reason why this is hung is this pawn can take it because this bishop is only defending that. So horrible move there. So two pieces hung. There's a lot of exchanging and swapping of pieces here that goes on. He finally realizes, I got to get my bishop out of the way, it's hanging. He withdrew it all the way to the back again, playing like a scaredy cat. Now, there's Ding's biggest mistake of hanging a piece. Nepo moved his bishop up to c4 to threaten the rook. Ding missed this and moved out his bishop, exposing his rook. A rook is worth more than a bishop. Always. 99.9999% of the time. I think it's worth 3 times as much, so that was a mistake. And again, Nepo keeps bringing pieces back to the back line. And he left a pawn hanging. His queen was threatening this pawn. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This wasn't hanging. It was protected. There was another move there was another blunder I wanted to point out, but let me see if I can find it. Yes, here. This rook is what we call pinned to this pawn. And Ding made the big mistake, maybe because of the pressure or he was on the time clock. He moved the rook out of the way, and Jan gobbled the pawn. So now here players don't have many pieces left, and they're the same amount, but the big difference is the white, which is Nepo, has 3 pawns. The black has 2 pawns. And this is known and proven through computers and hours and hours of research that 3 pawns always beats 2 pawns. So, Ding probably should have just resigned right here when he saw this, because he knew that if played properly, he was going to lose this game. And he hung his knight, and Nepo missed it. The pressure got to him. Free knight, take it. Nepo, the pressure got to him. He missed it. He checked him, but luckily Ding had moved this pawn to h3, which gave him what we call an escape square. Otherwise, that would be checkmate. And they're both, just sort of moving pieces around in a very scared manner. Nobody's making any bold moves. Now here, Nepo had the game won. He had what we call an en passant passed pawn that can just march down the board and become a queen and has the game won. But he messed it up. See, he's not moving this pawn. He has all these chances. The pawn could have already raced down to almost the end. And Ding has somehow got his black knight over in Siberia over here, even though Nepo's actually the one from Siberia, which is kind of ironic. And they're just fiddling about for a long time, trying to look like they're smart, doing some smart moves, but they're really just playing scared. And they end up there, which is a draw, but it can still be screwed up at times. But because these players are, very highly ranked, they said, we're tired of playing. It's been too long, and it's a draw. So a match with many extreme blunders and a lot of shenanigans with what boards they were going to play, and Ding ringing his bell, Nepo making Ding write his last name out many times over. So it was a wild and woolly match that ended up with a tie. And a tie means that they go to overtime, but they don't do that until the next chess day. All right, so I hope you found this educational. I'm giving a perspective that you not really are going to see from some of the so-called experts on the internet, who are really just always afraid to show the real meat of what's going on, the real mistakes that even these so-called masters of chess make. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate you viewing my video, and please like, comment, and subscribe. And have a good one, peeps.